This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shaw.
We have arrived in Sector 112 and request targeting data.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship at Normal Prize for another episode of Homeworld, Is It Possible? Okay, so in today's episode, we are going to take a look at Light Corvettes and see if we can actually defeat two computers using only Light Corvettes. So luckily we do get a slight head start this time, because when you fight two computers they give you a couple Light Corvettes as the starting units, so we automatically have starting out with 5. Now, kind of a thing I was thinking about for these little guys, Light Corvettes are the most simple Corvettes. The Kushan people designed them once we discovered the Corvette-sized power plant, and basically just threw some armor and a turret on it and called it good. Because of that, they're also the cheapest Corvette and they build the fastest. So getting a large number of these out shouldn't actually take too long. But the cool thing I was thinking about is I kind of imagined that the pilots of these are like Interceptor wannabes. Like they went to the Interceptor Academy to become a pilot, and they either failed because they weren't skilled enough to handle all of the advanced maneuvering that pilots need, or they were the type that couldn't handle the G movements that the interceptor and fighter class ships do in order to make the advanced maneuvers to stay in combat and not get hit. So I kind of consider that these guys are actual pilots, but just weren't skilled enough or had the endurance to handle being a pilot. So they threw them on Light Corvette duties, which is why our name for this round is Pilot Wannabes. That made some sense to me.
Resource collector complete.
Alright, we already got 10 Light Corvettes built. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys to harvest. And then we will bring you guys over here. Guard the harvesting group. And then we will continue to go from there. Or Pilot Wannabes flying around. Now, I don't know if any of that stuff is true. That's just kind of what I imagine. That's just kind of what I think would actually be piloting Light Corvettes, because the two main Corvettes for the Higaran side, not Higaran, Kushan, we're not playing Homeworld 2, are Heavy Corvettes and Multi-Gun Corvettes. Multi-Gun Corvettes are great against fighters, Heavy Corvettes are good against Corvettes. And anything larger than Corvettes, you would be using mine layer Corvettes to take care of. So Light Corvettes really don't have a purpose in this other than the fact that they are the first Corvette design of the Kushan people. So I assume that they would just be on probably simple guard duty for people that wanted to be pilots and couldn't actually, be pilots. But there's only a handful of people that would actually be here, and you would only have one gunner, which would probably also be the pilot, because I don't see if there's any room to have multiple people in. You would probably have an engineer and a navigator. That's probably it. So it'd probably be like a two-person team that's actually piloting this. Where on something like a Heavy Corvette, let me go ahead and do that for the thumbnail. For a Heavy Corvette, you would have two turret operators, a pilot, probably an officer that's managing everything, like a navigation officer, and an engineer in the back that's taking care of the power plants. This would probably be a 4-man team, where Light Corvette would be probably 1 or 2-man team. At least that's my opinion. I don't know if any of that's true. Just looking over the designs and their purpose in the game, that's just kind of what I think would happen. Now, Light Corvettes only do 9 damage with their turret, which is why they're pretty good against fighter class ships, but they don't quite do enough damage to fight other Corvette class ships. They do actually less than the fighters, but they do more than the defenders. So it's in between the damage of a scout and a defender. So we're going to need a large number of these in order to actually do some decent damage against the enemies. So at least they have a lot better survivability than an interceptor or whatever, because of the high amount, because of the Corvette class. They have a lot more armor than them. Okay, it looks like we got our first carrier completed. Let's go ahead and go into our carrier and queue up all of the Light Corvettes. Boop.
Construction commencing.
And we built about, looks like 11 Light Corvettes per carrier. So that's not too bad. That's actually kind of quick. I believe Light Corvettes build faster than cloak fighters. I think they're about on par for like attack bombers when it comes to building speed. I might have to test that.
Resource injection received.
Docking with carrier initiated.
What?
Reporting for duty.
Oh, no, guys.
Ready for orders.
I saw that
Reporting for duty.
double click thing going on.
Acknowledged. Ready for escort. Standing by.
You guys get over here,
Coordinates confirmed.
and we're only gonna use 6 Light Corvettes per guy, because I think for Corvette size that's pretty accurate.
Handshake confirmed. Guarding.
So we only need 2 more because I split the 10 that I put on here on this harvester, and then we'll be done with those. And we have 2 ready.
For duty.
So that was easy. So let's go ahead and I see you are getting your new ones.
Assignment received.
Let's put them on there, and now we can start building up an actual.
Locked on to mothership.
Yeah, I really need to get a new mouse for this.
Receiving.
No, 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 do not dock.
Understood. Destination locked in.
Same with you.
Resources exhausted.
Get over here.
Construction
Flight controlling.
Protect them.
Position.
paused. Mothership.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that this weekend. When my next paycheck comes in, I'll just buy another mouse for this old computer, because this one is starting to double click on its left mouse, which causes that to happen sometimes. Because if I select something and then double click the mothership, it'll automatically tell them to dock. So double clicking is really gonna screw us up in these videos, and I don't want it to do that. So yep, that is going on the order this weekend. Alrighty, it looks like we got our next carrier built. Awesome.
Building from
So let's go ahead and queue all these up.
Resources depleted. All jobs on hold. Production underway.
Move this carrier over here.
Confirmed.
Let's grab all of our Light Corvettes.
Establishing wall.
We got 18 right now. No, 19. I didn't read that right. So,
Destination confirmed.
still not near as much as I want. I still feel a little vulnerable until we actually get a lot more. But in the meantime, that is what we got. And our guys over here are still harvesting, so they're still all doing good. Yeah. In the meantime, we'll just keep letting things go. We are about 14 minutes in game. I don't know how long the recording is because I'm cutting some of the dry stuff out. But they usually start attacking around 25-30 minutes, so we still have a little bit. Let's see, after these guys get done harvesting, we'll send them down here. I'm sure the AI is over here in the middle. I'm looking online while we're waiting for something to happen in Homeworld. I'm looking online on my main computer of what mouse I want to get for my XP computer. And it's funny because the one that I actually use for my main computer is compatible with Windows XP, which makes me laugh. I might be thinking about getting that, but the only problem is I might get... Well, I can have it be a different color. Because my main computer right now is green, and I could just make the XP computer blue. I really do like this. I really do like my main mouse. And I might just... I don't know. I might just get another one of my main mouses and just make it a different color for the other computer. I might... yeah. That's probably what's going to end up happening, but I'll think about it as we continue doing this video. Yep, I think I'm actually going to do that. I think I'm going to buy the same exact mouse I use for my main computer for the XP computer that we use to record this series. It's the only one I really like. It's one of the few that's actually compatible with Windows XP, so it'll work fine with this computer. And then I could just make it light up as a different color so I know the difference between my main mouse and that computer. Okay, well, there goes 25 bucks. Alrighty, it has been ordered. It will be here by the time we do the next recording.
Received.
Hooray! Okay, so while that time was going by, we now have 50 Light Corvettes.
Establishing wall formation. Destination locked.
We'll get all those going over there. We got all of our harvesting done. We're moving over here into the middle. Yeah, see right there is that does another double click. So yeah, I definitely gotta get that. All that will be solved in the when the next mouse comes in. Because usually when your mouse starts double clicking, that's a sign that it's starting to wear out. And because eventually that double clicking will turn to triple clicking, which will eventually turn to quadruple clicking, and then eventually it'll just stop responding altogether. So yeah. I have no idea how old this mouse is that I'm actually using. It is a M100. I think we've actually had this, I think my mom actually used to use this when she was at work. So it's a very old mouse. We just kept it for backups. And I use it on this computer because, well, I didn't have any extra mouses staying around, so we used our backup mouses. And now that I'm actually playing when we're in the build menu, before someone actually told me that I didn't have to click every single time to make this go up higher. You can actually hold down control and make it go up by 5. That helps out so much, because now I only have to click it a couple times instead of 100 times. So doing that in the previous videos and kind of just messing around in other videos just kind of wore out the mouse. Plus, again, it was a backup mouse, so there's a pretty good chance that it's been like that for a while. Oh my god. That, my friend, is a interesting sized Titan fleet. 2 missile destroyers, and it looks like 7 ion cannon frigates. Alright, so they're going after our harvesting operations, which makes sense because we're 26 minutes into the recording. Probably like 10 or 15 minutes in the actual episode because of everything I've cut out. But, yeah. So I think they're following the missile destroyers? Yeah. Yeah, our Light Corvettes really aren't good against those missile destroyers, but we'll see what happens. How many do we have back at base? We currently have 50. That's a decent number, but I don't know if that's enough to actually handle that type of firepower. I mean, Light Corvettes are very fast Corvettes, so they can outmaneuver ion cannon frigates, no problem. I'm just worried about those missile destroyers, because these are the least armored Corvettes, and the least damaging Corvettes. The 50 might be enough to pull it off. Let's see. Some of our Corvettes are fighting back. They haven't actively engaged yet, so I'm not going to actively engage my Corvettes. I'll just let them passively do some damage. We have more ion cannon frigates and more destroyers back there, chasing our harvesters. So once our harvesters die up here, it's going to be a big battle. Hopefully we can fight all that off. Well, in the meantime, while we're waiting for that stuff to go on, our next carrier got completed. So that's awesome. Let's go ahead
Construction commencing.
do that. Move the carrier over here into position.
Resources exhausted. Construction paused.
Gather all of our Light Corvettes. And move them over here. And probably when that new mouse comes in, I might mess around a bit and see if I can get it working on the Windows Me computer, which is the other computer that I plan to record on in the future. Because, I mean, its mouse works fine. I have no idea how old this mouse is. But it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just go ahead and replace it so it has a fully working mouse. I also probably need to get a new keyboard for the Windows XP computer too, because a long time ago I spilt... Okay, they're still not actively engaging. I spilt something around the WASD ports, and it still works fine, but like when you hit E, it usually pushes down another button. So I think it's like D, like E and D are like fused together. Man, then we have even more ships coming in. Holy crap. So when I was typing out wannabes, it kept typing in like ED at the end, so I had to go backspace D, and if you get unlucky and it does DE, you have to backspace them both and then try again. But the keyboard works fine, obviously. I'm using it right now for this video. But probably needs to be replaced too. Pretty good chance that everyone's gonna die. How many things do we have pursuing now? We have 4, 5, 6, 7 heavy, or 9 ion cannon frigates, 3 missile destroyers. Make that 12 ion cannon frigates. A lot of anti-capital ship damage going on. They're still ignoring the defenses around our resource controller, but they haven't really done enough damage for them to really care. Light Corvettes don't actually do a whole lot of damage, so yeah. This is gonna get... There's 2 more groups following them. This is gonna get really crazy. And I don't think the 56 Light Corvettes that we currently have are gonna be enough. I just don't see it. We need that to be like around 100, 150 in order to make me feel like we're gonna actually have a choice. But anyways, all of our Light Corvettes around here, let's go ahead and see if we can do some damage. Let's attack him. And let's maximize our damage by going in sphere formation, because unless we take out these missile destroyers, there's no way we're going to actually be able to handle this. Because Light Corvettes just don't do enough damage.
Resourcer under attack.
Yeah, this thing hasn't even lost its bombs yet. And they've already wiped out half of our Light Corvettes. Ooh.
Resourcer under attack.
Yeah, if they didn't have so many missile destroyers,
Collector under
we might have been able to handle this.
Resources depleted. All jobs on hold.
Oh, they have heavy corvettes.
Resourcer under
Oh my
attack.
god, I don't think we're gonna be able to handle this.
Resourcer destroyed.
We didn't even get this thing down by 1/3. Even going as aggressive as we were. Alright, try to see if we can kill some of the heavy corvettes. I don't think we're going to though. Okay, prepare for smacking. Let's get everybody together. Let's get in front of the carriers. Oh, come.
Mothership. Group 1 designated.
Move! Thank you. Yeah, bring you here. There we go. We got 64. The amount of bits that is currently in the N64. Well, I don't know why I said currently. That's a freaking old system. 64 bits. Now, if we can kill some of them before they get too close, we'll be able to quickly pump out some of the Light Corvettes due to bounties. But if we can't hold them off, this will be it for us. Oh my god, here comes the Titan army. We need battle music for this. It's tutorial music. That's not what we need. Nope, we want the long-term Tyrannic Raiders music.
Identified probe detected.
Receiving damage.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do enough damage. Let's focus on things we can actually kill. Okay, that's probably a horrible idea. Let's do it! We can kill these heavy corvettes with this amount of firepower.
Under attack.
Oh my god. No, we're not. There's no way we're gonna be able to handle all this. No way. Light corvettes don't do enough damage.
Hold engaged. We have contact.
Quickly! Get more of those guys out!
Group 1 reporting enemy contact. Intercept course punched in. Assuming wall formation. Attack clear to
Everyone go aggressive! Wipe out the tight end!
Resources depleted. All jobs on hold.
We're losing grip here.
I know we're losing grip.
Carrier lost.
Alright, we lost one carrier already.
Not looking good.
No, it's not. Oh my god, that's so much firepower.
Waiting a second. Group 1.
Yeah, we needed like 150 or 200 light corvettes in order to actually handle the situation. Our wannabe and interceptor pilots have failed us.
Target confirmed.
Group 1 has been defeated.
We're pinned. We need relief.
Wow. That's amazing. That is simply amazing.
You're under enemy fire.
I mean, we can... Oop. I did it all the time. Cancel that badge.
Order canceled.
We got contact. Acknowledged.
Yeah.
Locked on target.
Light interceptor's too weak. Buff, please. We got smoking.
Received. Carrier lost.
We lost 2 carriers, and now they're going after the mothership. Yeah,
Ship is under attack.
there's no way. We have the money now because I canceled the last carrier thing,
Mothership.
but we don't have the firepower to take care of these. And they look like they're completely ignoring us now, which is probably for the best. So I probably should focus on like ion cannon frigates. But we don't have the firepower to take those down. No way.
Mothership.
No way.
Is under fire.
What does the enemy actually have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ion cannon frigates, 1 destroyer, and 4 missile destroyers. Oh boy. And we are not even doing enough damage to this guy to actually
Mothership.
handle anything. And there's even more coming up in the front.
The mothership
Another
is
missile
under
destroyer and 2 more ion cannon frigates. And 3 more ion cannon frigates behind it. Wow. We might be able to kill this ion cannon frigate, but the mothership is about to die.
attack. Resources exhausted. Construction paused.
Mothership is dead.
Ship lost. Fleet command transferred to carrier.
That carrier is dead. We still haven't killed one of these guys. Oh my god. Hey, we killed one. Well, the pilot wannabes have lost. This is the reason why if you want actual pilots, you make sure that they are ready for combat and are actually legit. I don't know where I'm going with this. I was gonna say something that makes sure they're actually interceptors, but it has nothing to do with what happened. So, can you beat Homeworld 1 against 2 skirmish AIs, both on the same team, using only Light Corvettes? No. No, you can't. They don't have enough firepower for the amount of RUs they require to build. They have the survivability, but against that many missile destroyers, no. They don't have the firepower to take them down before the missile destroyers kill them. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you did. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Faker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.